I think the only time he gives a damn about us is a photo op to make himself look good.
Harsh words from veterans as they unveil plans to take the governor to court.
Those veterans were recently fired from the Oklahoma Veterans Commission.
And now they are suing the governor. News 4 Capitol Bureau Chief Nick Camper joins us live. And Nick, the veterans say their First Amendment rights were violated.
Yeah, that's right. Larry Van Sciver and Paul Costello were the chairman and co-chairman of the Veterans Commission. They were fired just a few days after the primary election in June. Here in their lawsuit, they claim that 2 of their First Amendment rights were violated. There were 2 violations, one being that they supported an opponent of Governor Kevin Stitt, and the other one being that they did not support, they opposed an alleged program by Governor Stitt to privatize veterans' homes.
He wants to pick people that will simply do what he wants to do.
In a 7-page lawsuit filed Friday, Van Sciver and Costello say that they were fired because of their support for Joel Kinsel, one of Governor Stitt's opponents in the June primary. The attorney representing them says they have a First Amendment right to support a candidate outside of their official state role.
Ironically, he has denied that right to the people who fought to make sure that we would have that right in this country.
The other claim mentions an unnamed program Van Sciver says is designed to privatize veterans' homes, places where former military members can go to get long-term nursing care.
If you want to sell out our most elderly, vulnerable veterans for profit, when you talk about privatizing, all you mean is making profit. And that's what the governor does. He wants to make profit off our veteran services.
Van Sciver and Costello say they oppose the program, and that also contributed to their firing, which they say would be another First Amendment violation. The lawsuit claims that privatizing the veterans' homes run by the Veterans Department would reduce the quality of service and increase the cost of service. There is no copy of this alleged program, and Governor Stitt's office denies there is such a program, saying the governor has never directed privatization, and that argument is a smokescreen. So the governor's office has told us before that Van Sciver and Costello serve at the pleasure of the governor. Their attorney says that that is not a justifiable reason all by itself for them to be fired. Live at the Capitol, Nick Camper, Oklahoma's News 4.